Yeah, I'll always be a metalhead. Nothing can take that away from me.
Right.
I mean, not jail, not people, not religion, not anything. I'll always be a metalhead. Metalhead leaves you all out.
You're listening to the Great Metal Debate Podcast.
Welcome, metalheads, to another episode of the Great Metal Debate Podcast. It's Xander, bringing you another fresh release straight from the underground. Today we will be talking about the debut album titled Ex Umbra In Lucem from the symphonic blackened death metal band Lamentari. This Denmark-based band has 3 EPs and 2 singles before dropping their first full-length record, and I am going to say straight from the get-go, this is pure musical perfection. This is exactly the type of metal I crave. It was a little over a month ago when I discovered this band on YouTube, the music video for the song Dolorum Memoria. The Latin definition of the word Lamentari means a passionate expression of grief or sorrow. Also, despite all the song titles being in Latin, the few lyrics that I've managed to make out in the nearly 10 times listening to this incredible album, the only dialect I've heard thus far have all been English words. The album opens with the angelic choir in the intro track, Spiritus Noctus, before pummeling you with the song Tenebrae. It's a bombastic track that will give you a small taste of what's to come. The choir continues throughout this track and returns during many moments throughout this whole album. Tragodiana in Domo Dei has thunderous opening double bass blast beats which go straight into the symphonic sound. The elements of brass instrumentation, strings, and choir make it a near-perfect listening experience. Once it passes the 250 mark in the song, we get an acoustic guitar moment with the bass riff that sounds just like something straight out of technical death metal. It reminds me so much of Obscura or Beyond Creation that I checked to see if Jamie de la Century had an 8-string fretless. But no, he is making the sound with a regular 4-string. The tempo picks back up again around the 430 stamp. The harmonizing choir is hypnotic and easily rivals what Septic Flesh has been doing all these years, but with a more melodic black metal style. At the same time, none of Lamentari's music sounds derivative. Instead, it feels fresh and original. I love how Thomas's drums sound both loud in the mix, but at the same time doesn't overpower the rest of the music. Intra Moros Mentis immediately begins with some electric guitar sweeps for the first 30 seconds before exploding into that somewhat traditional black metal sound. Except the rhythm guitar remains audible without the obnoxious buzzsaw riff, all thanks to the shredding by guitarist Michael Mahler. The lead guitarist Emil is also another stand-up member of this impressive band. Onto a very upbeat track we have Arpagano, which continues on that path of greatness. To me, Lamentari is a real treasure of a band who knows how to be simultaneously fast but melodic in the most symphonic way possible. It's truly rare to get real talented musicians like this who are new to their craft but seem to be master composers. It wouldn't surprise me if Max Odell Pedersen had prior experience playing the keyboard in his younger years for musical classes. His orchestral moments truly shine on this track, yet it never overshadows any of the other symphonies on this nearly flawless album. But according to Metal Archives, they do seem to be mostly novices. The only other band that most of them had been a part of is Liesbearer, which also dropped another atmospheric black metal debut back in March. I remember seeing that album cover, but I never got around to listening to it. I guess I'll have to add it to my list. 2 of the members, including the drummer and guitarist Michael, were also in the band Sunless Dawn, which dropped a debut back in 2018, but nothing has been released under that name since. Then we get to the song Dolorum Memoria, which is the music video I mentioned at the start of this review. The whole album is a very strong contender for Album of the Year, but if for some reason it doesn't end up being number 1, this song is definitely Song of the Year. I absolutely adore the acoustic guitars and whisper vocals. This 8-minute long masterpiece will make you close your eyes and really listen and relax. The experience can put you in a meditative state. The calmness continues into the album's second instrumental, which serves as a soothing prelude to the final track. Spiritus Diurnus has the church-like choir once more, but has the perfect classical music violin strings which turn into what can be best described as a Hans Zimmer score for a Christopher Nolan film. Too bad it's only 1 minute and 27 seconds. But the closer to this breathtaking album is a 7.5 minute long track titled Arcanum Ignis Anime. I've spent all this time praising this album up and down. However, I will say, as a very minor critique, I feel like Daniel Longberg's vocals could use a little bit of work. Not that he's bad or anything, I just feel like he could lower the octave the next time he finds himself in the studio recording booth. If he could maintain the deeper style more often, like he did in the song Dolorum Memoria, I could enjoy this record even more than I already am. Right now, I would say that Lamentari is the closest thing we currently have to a modern-day Agalach. This is precisely why Ex Umbra In Lucem is tied with the album Nocturnal Will by Duldsrit as far as my top favorite albums of the year so far. I have given each of them the same equal high rating that is well deserved. Since I'm still on the subject of that Duldsrit album and I'm comparing the two, both bands have absolutely incredible music, but both have vocals that aren't exactly my cup of tea. I still have until the end of the year before I make a final decision on who the victor will be. But until then, something either needs to blow these two out of the water, or they'll have to continue competing in the now 6-month-long waiting game. I'm going to score Lamentari Ex Umbra In Lucem with a glorious 9 out of 10 rating. Be sure to follow Lamentari on Facebook. All of their music is on Bandcamp, but their t-shirt and vinyl record is available at merchcity.com.